y vamos a hacerlo todo en la práctica.
Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? "'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story." Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? "'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story." Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? "'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story." Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? "'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story."
Where exactly is this jail?
Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back?
I never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Bone.
"'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your
That's
story."
unlikely. You've been estranged from the Tal since. Where
It's difficult
exactly
to
is
imagine.
this jail?
Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back?
I never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Bone.
'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your
That's
story.
unlikely. You've been estranged from the Tal since.
Fine! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength flagging, imbibe a curative or have a bit of green warish. When one of the fiends comes for you, best guard and dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. Employ guarded attacks to get the enemy to flinch. Branded attacks are more destructive, but will leave you vulnerable. So there are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk, if you're not squeamish. Have you beheld the dragon as yet? I've not, and I count that a blessing. All I know for sure is that 'tis a beast e'er more fearsome than a griffin. One need only look to the miserable state of the village of Mel to see that. We can but hope. Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns? They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray, come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
The people here are evacuated and safe. For there are more who can yet be saved. It seems the rain has abated.
The people here are evacuated and safe. For the moment.
The people here are evacuated and safe. The people here are evacuated and safe.
Former arisen appear to be plentiful in this world.
The people here are evacuated. The people here are evacuated. There are more who can yet be saved.
Danger might lurk anywhere.
There are more who can yet be saved. There are more who can yet be saved. It seems the rain has abated.
A fine showing. It seems the rain has abated.
Very well.
I'd fain lead the way, if you would be so kind as to follow me. Pawns are known as crossers of the rift, for we are able to connect to and traverse other realms beyond this one. When we return, it is our duty to use our experiences and the knowledge we have gained to aid you on your journey, Arisen. From this day forth, I shall serve you as your loyal pawn, and aught I learn beyond the rift will be at your disposal.
Well, I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then? Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do so.
Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your Sex Tech. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to pair your PlayStation 5 controller over to your PC. Now under here, let's go to this is turned on, and then go to add device right here. PlayStation 5 controller, and press the PlayStation button and the sharing button right here next to the D-pad at the same time for about 5 seconds. And this will put it into the Bluetooth pairing mode. So let's press both these buttons down at the same time, and you'll notice that the light bar will begin to blink blue. So it's flashing blue right now, and it should be looking for a Bluetooth device to connect to. Now on my screen, I can see it says DualSense wireless controller input. Let's select this, and it's connecting. And my controller is connected in the background. I can see under Bluetooth devices. Now we can open up Steam, and then we can go on over to the big picture mode right here and select this. Now we can start using our PlayStation 5 controller pretty much immediately with the big picture mode in Steam, and we can start playing our favorite games. Now it's kind of ironic that I can play Halo with my PlayStation 5 controller on my PC. I really like that. So hopefully this video did indeed help you out. If it did, leave it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below for more tech up videos coming up next on Your 6 Tech.
It's Tim from Your 6 Tech. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to delete your games on your Nintendo Switch, and there's two different ways what we can do that. So, on the home screen here, if we go on over to one of the games, we can press the button with the plus icon on it. Boom. And then on the left side here, let's scroll on down. And we want to go to Manage Software, and then go on over to Delete Software. So I'm going to delete Apex Legends. And it says the deleted software and downloadable content can be re-downloaded from the Nintendo eShop. So let's go to delete. This is a very large game, so it'll clear up a lot of space. So it's successfully deleted, and it's removed from the home screen. Now the other way that we can do this is to go to System Settings right here, and then scroll on down, go to Data Management, and then we can go to Manage Software. And it's kind of nice at the top, you can see how much storage you have on the system.
Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your 6 Tech. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to pair your PlayStation 5 controller over to your PC.
We'll guide you through how to fix your PS5 controller by Reseed. It's a small tool like a paperclip or a pin, and then you just go and put it in there, and you can hold it down. You can then let go, and then we can try connecting it again, whether that's via Bluetooth or a cable. After you've connected your PS5 controller again, then see if it will work. Now also, what I would do if it still isn't working is just try connecting it using its cable. So go and plug the USB end into your PC and then the USB-C into the top of your controller, just as if you were charging it. Just like that, and then go and see if it will now work. If it still isn't working, then what you want to do is either go and open or get something called Steam. Steam's sort of like a game launcher and a game marketplace, and you may be thinking, I don't have any games on Steam. Don't worry. If you don't have it, go and get it and then go to your library. And then if you don't have a game, then what you can do is go to the bottom left and click on add a game, and you can actually add non-Steam games to it. I'll show you that in a moment. But what you first need to do is go to the top left and press on Steam, and then tap on settings, and then go down to controller. And what you want to do is toggle on enable Steam input for PlayStation controllers. The great thing about Steam is that it's got fantastic controller drivers, which makes it really good for using in games. And as I said, if you don't have a Steam game, just click on add a game in the bottom left, and then you can go and click on add a non-Steam game, and your files will then open. You can browse through your applications here, and you can also click on browse to add more games or applications. These are just the ones that it's automatically found, so you can just go and click on it on the left hand side, and then go and click on add selected programs, and it will then go and add it here. Then click it and you press play, and then you're launching it through Steam. And that will then allow you to go and use the controller drivers Steam has. If the Steam method didn't work for you, then what I recommend doing is trying something called DS4 Windows. So type it in DS4 Windows, and what this is controller drivers basically. So basically it allows you to go and use PS4 and PS5 controllers on your Windows PC. So click on it, and then you can go to the top right and click on download, and click on download again, and it will then download. And then what we can do is go and run it. So open up your downloads, in your file explorer, and then it's going to be a zip file which you can just drag onto your desktop like this, and then you want to go and open up the zip file, and we can then go and extract it. So click on extract all. I'll have it all like that, then press extract, and it won't take long, and it will then go and create a folder with the stuff in, and we can then go and open it up, and then you want to go and find ds4windows.exe, double click on it, and then just click on program folder, and then what you want to do is make sure you enable support for PS5 controllers, and then you can press close, and then this will go and open up. You may have to go and do like a quick install, but it's super simple. You just have to go and install the drivers. It basically runs you through everything you need to do. I'll probably try and put a screenshot on what it looks like now. I've done it before though. And then it's gonna go and take you to this screen here. Make sure you click on start in the bottom right, like this. And then it's gonna go and find your inputs. So make sure your controller is connected, whether that's via Bluetooth or wire. I just use wire. And that's it. And then what you can do is now go into games, and DS4 Windows is a bit like Steam, but it's just another alternative, and it's going to sort of give you extra support for your controllers, and then go and see if your controller should work as it should do with these fixes. If you found this useful, please leave a like.
DS4 Windows is pretty much the best way to connect your PS5 controller to your PC and enjoy all the games in the world at your disposal. Through DS4 Windows, you'll be able to play games on Bethesda, Steam, Origin, Epic Games, and much more. Now, the download and setup for DS4 Windows is a little more daunting than the Steam one that we did just a couple weeks ago, but it's still very doable, and that's why me, Emmanuel Chagavelli, is here to get you to and through it. Just remember that if you enjoyed the video, if it helped you at all, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Let's get right into this. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, you're going to come to this website right here. This is where you're going to download DS4 Windows. Okay, now this website is a little different. You don't really type in ds4windows.com. It's really a GitHub repository, so I'll leave the link in the description. But if you don't want to use the link in the description, literally all you have to do is type in DS4 Windows, let that go, and then your first link will bring you right to where I am. So now that you're here, you're going to click download now. Now there are multiple versions. There's 3.0.18, 3.0.17, and so on and so forth. As of the recording, the latest version is 3.0.18. That's the version I'm going to be using. Maybe you might want to use a different version, or it really is up to you. As far as versions go, the DS4 Windows versions are usually very stable, so it only makes sense to really go with the latest one. But if for whatever reason you were having problems, maybe try 3.17 or 16 or something like that. But for right now, we're going to go to 3.0.18 x64.zip. Now that you've clicked that, it'll download. Once it's downloaded, you're going to click on, forget the WinRAR thing, you're going to click on DS4 Windows, right click that, and it's going to ask you, they're going to give you options. You're going to click extract to a specified folder. Now it's going to default to downloads, right? The downloads folder in your PC tree. That's where I normally would like to keep it. But just to show you how easy it is for you if you wanted to put it somewhere else, let's just click desktop. So that whenever you want to maybe get right into the DS4 Windows application, you can just go to the desktop instead of having to go to downloads, then DS4 Windows. So I'm clicking desktop right here, click OK, boom. So now where the file is going to be is right here on our desktop, right here. You see DS4 Windows. I have a lot of things here, don't mind me. But now here we are at DS4 Windows. Now at this point, you're going to get, some of us are going to get a certain notification and others may not, but I'm going to walk you through that as well. So DS4 Windows, you're going to double click it and try to run, but it's going to say to run this application you must install .NET. All right, that's just an application that's going to help DS4 Windows do what needs to be done, because if you don't know what DS4 Windows does that's so special is that it turns the PS5 controller into an Xbox controller. It tricks your computer into thinking it's an Xbox controller, which is why you're able to now use PlayStation controllers with the PC. Not because PC knows it's a PlayStation controller, but because PC thinks it's an Xbox controller. And in order to do that, you need .NET software. So you're going to click yes, and it's going to take you right over here. Now, really don't mind these. I'm not too sure what these do. you're just going to follow me here. If you want to experiment one day, by all means, but you're just going to follow me right over here to .net in the corner, and you're going to click you're going to go click download. Now, at the time of this recording, there is a brand new version of .net called .net 6.0. I have already tried this one. It didn't work for me. Kind of gave me a bit of a hard time. I wasn't even able to open up the DS4 Windows application after its download. So we're going to ignore .6.0 for a little bit, and we're just going to go to use the regular one that people have been using for about over a year now, which is .net 5.0. So to get there, you're going to click all .net versions. You're going to see .net 5.0 right here. Ooh. Click on that. And there's 5.0.12, you know, all ranging all the way down to 5.0.0. Now, again, I am going to be using the latest version of that. I will be running the 5.0.12 version, Windows x64. But if for whatever reason that still was not the one for you, you can just scroll down and use the basic one that a lot of people use when in hard times like these, and they just use the 5.0 version x64. But thankfully, I will be using the 0.0.12. So click x64. It will naturally download. Then when it's done, you're going to run install. You're going to install it. Okay, so I already have this installed, so that's why I'm getting this pop-up, which is really only allowing me to either repair the program or uninstall it. But you guys will be getting a pop-up that says install, and I can't stress this enough. The process is so easy. All you have to do is click install, then next and next. It's so simple, so easy. You guys can do it on your own, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to run through it right now. I'm just going to move forward. And then once you're finished installing, we can go back over to our file tree, DS4 Windows. Remember, I had it on the desktop. Maybe you have it in your downloads folder or whatever, but find the DS4 Windows folder, then navigate into it, and you're going to see DS4 Windows, this little colorful icon. At this point, your app should be running smoothly. So we're going to double click it, and boom, here we are. Now, for whatever reason, this didn't happen to me during the recording, but usually if you first start this up, and if you guys are one of these people, you'll be asked program folder or app data. Just understand that either choice is just fine, but program folder would allow you to move the file from place to place. You can put it on a USB drive, an external hard drive, and upload it to different computers if you wanted to. Or you could do app data, which kind of locks the application to the users on the PC that you've now downloaded the program to. Either one is just fine. I chose app data because I know I'm not going anywhere, but you could choose program folder. Either way, you will be just fine moving forward in these steps. We are now open in the DS4 Windows. If you have made it this far, you are cooking with grease, my friend. Round of applause. So now that we're here, we are going to connect our controllers to the PC. Now, if you've watched my last tutorial, you already know how to do this, but for those who are just now coming, it's really simple. You are going to just hold the share button and the PlayStation button. I'm going to turn off the lights real quick so that you can see what happens when you do that. So you're going to hold it, and you're going to hold it until it starts blinking. At this point, it's blinking. You see it? Now that it's blinking, you're going to go and navigate to Bluetooth. I have like a nice little shortcut here, show Bluetooth devices, but if you don't know how to get there, you can literally just type in Bluetooth on your start menu and click that. You'll end up in the same place. Then when you get here, just click add Bluetooth or other device. Then you're going to click Bluetooth again. Now I do have two PlayStation controllers, so this is just a personal problem of mine. Sometimes I don't know which controller I have to click on, but I think it's going to be this one. You see it just, all right, there you go. The other one disappeared for whatever reason. So now that I'm connected, you'll see that it's automatically connected. Now I can X everything out. And DS4 Windows is recognizing my controller. You see, DS4 Windows is using profile default. Battery is 0%. Now, this is where we start to learn about the software in and of itself. So right now you see my controller is here, but there are different profiles for your controller. And profiles just mean, right now we're in the default profile, but profiles are just specific settings that you can automatically set your controller to without having to constantly reset controllers and everything. So I'm going to explain that really quickly. So right now we're in the default setting, okay? But right now, just walk with me. You'll understand this when it's done. Click the drop down menu here next to edit, and you're going to click new profile, okay? Then you're going to say, it's going to ask you, do you want a preset option? Just click yes, and I'm going to explain why. When you have the preset option, DS4 Windows is going to naturally map your controller to whatever controller you want it to be, which is going to be an Xbox 360 one or a DualShock 4 one, basically a PS4 or PS5 one. And you're going to click DualShock 4 so that automatically 95% of this controller is already mapped out for you. If you didn't do that and you decided to start from a clean slate, you would have to manually map triangle to triangle, circle to circle, X to X. It would have been a little bit of time, might have been a little tedious. It may have been a waste of time for most people. I know for me it would have been, because again, DS4 Windows does it pretty much all on its own. But there is one issue that you're going to have to do on your own, and I'm going to show you now. So naturally, the PlayStation 5 controller, once you connect it to DS4 Windows, the touchpad becomes a mouse, okay? So what's nice is that if you click it, you see? Now you're, oh, let me turn on the light really quickly so that you can see me. So when you click it, you can click things and everything. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nifty. You see, I can even minimize a window. Watch this. Come on. Come on. See? Oh. There it is. See, I can minimize the window, so it's pretty cool. You can use the touchpad and everything. But if you're playing a game like COD, you need this to open the map. But instead, you'll end up clicking things, so you don't want that. So what we're going to do here, you see, when you hover over this, if you hover over any of these buttons, this drop down right here is going to automatically scroll to those buttons and the corresponding figures. So what we're going to do to map this out, you're just going to click the touchpad. All right, click it and set it like that. So what I just did, I set the, I set the upper touch to touchpad click. We're going to do the same thing for multi-touch, right touch, and left touch. Because as you can see right now, left touch is left mouse button, right touch is right touch is left mouse button, and multi-touch is right mouse button. And I don't really remember what the upper touch was, but either way, we're just going to make them all touch click. Left mouse click, boom. We just made them all touchpad click, which means that now whenever you go into your games like Apex, like Warzone, and so on, you'll be able to open up the map using your PS4 controller. So that's just one thing that you're going to have to do on your own, but there's nothing else to it really. At this point, you should click save. Oh, well, if you click save right now, it'll tell you to name these settings. And so we're just going to type in PS5 controller settings. I'll just type PS5. So now we're going to click save. So now we're in save, and you'll notice that you have two profiles now. When you click this drop down, there's going to be default and there's going to be PS5 controller, okay? You can also see these profiles right here if you click the profiles tab, default and PS5 controller. And so this is what I was talking about when I said that there are profiles. So now if you have your settings in default, your touchpad is going to work just like a mouse. But now if you decide to change it to PS5 controller, you'll lose that functionality. No more clicking. And that's the whole purpose of having different profiles. It allows you to seamlessly switch between one group of settings to another on the PlayStation 5 controller. Now there are more settings that we're going to get into right here, right now. So let's add another profile. Again, you could click yes. We're going to make it a DualShock 4. Nice. So we're just going to name this one PS5 Colors. And I'm going to explain what this setting is all about. So another nifty feature here is this thing called light bar. And with light bar, you have your RGB here. So again, I'm going to turn off the light so that you can see what I'm about to show to you guys. You can control the light settings on your PlayStation 5 through this setting. So you see now there's no light, but there was blue now. You can also take green. Now it's like a light blue. Take red. Now it's like a white. See how it changes with everything? Then you have like another nice feature right here called color by battery percentage. So if you click that, so let's say whenever your controller is dead or at 0% battery, you wanted to know through the colors on the PlayStation 5 controller. You could just sit here and let's use common sense here. Red is usually bad, so we'll make it red, and now boom, you'll see that my controller is at red. Again, because DS4 Windows does think that my controller is at 0%. You can have it at red if you want, or if for whatever reason you wanted it at green, then by all means. Or you could have, since it's full, leave it on green, but of course it won't be green for me right now. And then when it's empty, leave it on red. So now you'll know, well, my controller is on good percentage when it has a green light, and it's on a bad percentage when it has a red light. So that's kind of nice. Then whenever your controller might reach a certain percentage level, like let's say 50 or something, or 20, you can have the same color system over here, make it a certain color, whatever you would like. Right now it defaulted to what I had here, which was already green. So you see now it's at green. So you see it flashes when it's under 20% at green, and when it gets to 0, it'll be red. We're just going to set everything back to blue though, because I do like that blue. And then you could just take off color by battery percentage if you want. Done and done. And there's a fun little setting for when you have your controller wired up. If you didn't know, if you have your controller wired up to the PC, it will automatically charge your controller. And when that happens, when you're not using it, right now it's just going to be a regular color, which is blue. But if I changed it to like something like pulse, well, pulse will be a little harder to see. Let's change it to rainbow. You'll see that now it's changing colors. And that's how you know that your controller is charging. But if I were to take it out, it'll just be regular blue again. So that's something nice for you to see as well. See, now it's back to rainbow. Then there's some touchpad settings for the mouse. You can, make the slide a little faster or a little slower. You can do a lot of different things with these, though I'm not going to get too much into them because these settings are basically just about optimizing the touchpad / trackpad on the PS5 controller to mimic all the things that a regular mouse could do. And I generally wouldn't recommend you to dive too deeply into this, unless of course you don't have an actual mouse, which I can't imagine you have a PC and then not a mouse. But if you have a regular mouse, there's generally no reason for why you would want to use the trackpad over an actual mouse. So I'm not going to dive deep into this at all. And if you come over with me to this tab over here, we're going to increase your controller's response time when inputting commands to the PC for your video games like Call of Duty and whatnot, so that you can have the fastest input response time possible. In competitive games like Call of Duty or whatever, you're going to want your controller and your PC to react to your shooting and your movement as quick as possible, so that in game you're moving even faster than your competitors. So what we're going to do here, we're going to switch this from 4 milliseconds to max or 1000 hertz milliseconds. And this setting is really more for Bluetooth users, but if you're wired up, you should also use it anyway. But generally speaking, if you're wired up, you're probably going to be at the fastest connection possible by default, but still set it to 1 millisecond anyway. It will make it a little faster. But if you're doing Bluetooth, you definitely have to set it to 1 millisecond, because wireless there's usually a little bit of a delay. And so now that's all good and well, now that we have PS5 colors, you could save it as another profile. So now you have default PS5 controller and PS5 colors, and you would really choose whichever one you want. It's very simple. Here's one more setting for DS4 Windows, just for you to enjoy. See, if you come over here to the settings tab, you'll have this option called run at startup. Mine is already checked off, but you can check yours on or off. It doesn't matter. But if you leave it checked, it just means that DS4 Windows will start running in the background as soon as you turn on your PC, which is pretty nice for those who know they're going to be gaming on their PC a lot. That way you don't have to open up the app, then get everything reconnected. You can just leave this, you could just turn on your PC, DS4 Windows is on, then all you have to do is turn on your PlayStation controller, it'll automatically connect, and you'll be good to go. That's really about it. And if you want to see what it would be like if I had 2 controllers here, I'll show you really quickly. Okay, so right now I'm about to add my wired controller. Boom bap. And you'll see DS4 is going to recognize it automatically. You see now there's 2 PlayStation 5 controllers here, and you'll see the difference. One says Bluetooth, one says, This one says wireless, but it's really wired. I just wanted to show you guys what it would look like. And you see my battery percentage on this one is 25% plus. And then now you can start setting them as different things. So look, so now I have this controller that if I used it, I can't click anything, because remember we had it with the other settings so that this was for the game. But now I have this controller, which I have as default, which can now click. You see? So isn't this nice? So now we have wired and wireless controllers. You get to see them both and how it would look with them both right here. And now, one last tip. If you wanted to stop this program without closing it, all you have to do is click stop. Now it's done. Neither of my controllers can work anymore. You see? Won't work. Nothing will work. Now if you want to start it back up, you just click start and everything is back to normal. And if you wanted to close the entire app just all together, you just exit out. They're going to show you this prompt. Don't be scared. Just say yes. And then if you want to start it back up, you head back over to DS4 Windows and everything will automatically reconnect. So DS4 Windows is pretty cool, but alas, what would a tutorial be if I didn't show you the finished product? So let's head over to Call of Duty and see how all this works. So as you can see, it is working. I'm leaving my selected input device as controller. So you see, I can move around and left touch, because as map triangle to triangle, I am going to be using the latest version.
We'll guide you.
Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your Sex Tech. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to pair your PlayStation 5 controller over to your PC wirelessly. Now on our desktop, let's go to the Windows Start button and then go to Settings. Now under here, let's go to Bluetooth and device. Go over to your PlayStation 5 controller and press the PlayStation button and the sharing button right here next to the D-pad at the same time for about 5 seconds. And this will put it into the Bluetooth pairing mode. So let's press both these buttons down at the same time, and you'll notice that the light bar will begin to blink blue. So it's flashing blue right now, and it should be looking for a Bluetooth device to connect to. Now on my screen, I can see it says DualSense wireless controller input. Let's select this, and it's connecting, and my controller is connected in the background. I can see under Bluetooth devices. Now we can open up Steam, and then we can go on over to the big picture mode right here and select this. Now we can start using our PlayStation 5 controller pretty much immediately with the big picture mode in Steam, and we can start playing our favorite games. Now it's kind of ironic that I can play Halo with my PlayStation 5 controller on my PC. I really like that. So hopefully this video did indeed help you out. If it did, leave it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below for more tech videos coming up next on Your Six Tech.
PS5. You can see what you're going to want to do is with the new controller, hold down the share button and hold down the PS button for a few seconds until it starts blinking.
Tim from Your Six Tech. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to delete your
Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the rift stones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded. Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world, and when our mission is done, by their 'tis the name given to fate's chosen, those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from the threat of the dragon. Even with your memories lost to you, I am afraid you cannot escape your fate. Very well. May fortune speak. Hail, Arisen. Pray, very well. May fortunes...
Is there aught you require?
If you are in need of aid, pray say the word.
What do you want?
We're not allowed to talk during missions, sir. Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at present.
Make it quick. Here in Vermont, pawns are revered as servants of the Arisen, but not so here in Batal. There, they believe that some divine flame will protect them and dispel the dragon, and that pawns embody misfortune. In that regard, our countries couldn't be more different.
My bad. I'd rather not store still if I can avoid it. I've got wares of every ilk. I'll be gone on the morrow. Hope to see you again ere long.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Sir, how can I be of assistance?
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you... prefer it. They've much more to offer.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Where ought we to go now? Good morrow to you, Arisen. Is there aught this pawn might do?
I see you recognise my worth, Arisen. I suppose I should consider myself honoured to serve. Let us work together to honour...
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare...
Aye, I expect he will. Who was...
Ocado. To be honest, sir...
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area? The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just abandon our posts. Say, you seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only as you've my thanks. And Ocado's as well, I'm sure.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed.
Well met. A trying time for merchants of any ilk. Much obliged.
If you can weather a harpy assault unaided, shall we hasten to Sir Ricardo's rescue? Follow me, Master, if you would.
I'll bring you to the one you seek. We're in your hands, sir. Much... I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim goes to waste.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
'Twill be a joy to serve one so gallant. delighted to meet you. Especially if we There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Get down here, you feathered thieves! Who are you? You come to aid me. See?
You'll not live to regret this!
Is that all of them? You have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end, you saved me this time. But I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know it.
Don't we have a report to make, Master?
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
Follow me. This way, if you please, Master. We've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return. And
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into...
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us.
If you seek to restore your memories, Master, methinks a trip to Melve might be just the thing. I know the way. Follow me.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
This way, if you please. It would seem our fight is not yet done.
The battle cannot be avoided. 'Tis fight or die.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. I will protect you. I'll keep the pin down.
Aptly said.
Oh! That was a sight for the whole. Think nothing of it.
Aptly said.
Over here! A new destination calls to you, I take it. Well, say no more. I look forward to seeing where you take us.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
Speaking of which, the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet no two of us are the same.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. If you seek to restore your memories, Master, methinks a trip to Melve might be just the thing. I can guide you there if you wish.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
right. Just behold the state of the village. 'Tis a sorry sight indeed. The dragon truly is calamity incarnate. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory?
Pitiable arisen.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. The sun climbs high. I know of nothing that demands your immediate notice. So this is Melv. The scars...
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. Pleasure doing business with.
Nothing caught your eye? Oh, that's a shame. Let's hope there's aught...
A good day to you.
Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with Arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became Arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your... Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are Arisen. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
What say we gather some information?
Say, do you think this one's really Arisen?
Doubtful. The way I hear it, about a dozen Arisen had crawled out of the woodwork by the time the...
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah. Excellent find.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I'm all talked out, Master. Perhaps another time. You are in good health, I trust, Arisen.
I'll go and open the chest. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
Never fear, for I am here.
Ho ho! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
A splendid discovery.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. Oh, there's something written here.
Let's have a look then.
Have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vern. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey, but, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough. Will be ashamed to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? Suppose there's no harm in that. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your returns.
We could make the fruit reborant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
At last! It all becomes clear.
All I need's my health, I suppose.